Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are not doing anything. We are talking, about things. Story time. Yeah. If you didn't know that by the title, then I can't help you. But that's not mean. But well, I mean, guys, come on. Anyways, today is a paranormal story time because nothing interesting happens in my life except for this is kind of like something that I never told anybody until recently. Me and my grandmother were talking about it, and after that I told both of my cousins on my mom and my dad's side. So I told Cassie about a story, and Cassie thinks I'm just crazy, so maybe I am. We all knew this. Basically, I am 99% sure that I am a sensitive / medium. If you don't know what those are people who can see and talk to ghosts when other people can't. Whatever you want to call them. It kind of all started for me, and I've never told anybody because I was like, I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what people would think, so I never told anybody. But it kind of all started when I was about 5. I was in church, and I was either coloring or drawing. Surprisingly, I wasn't sleeping because I sleep all the time, even when I was a kid. I was sitting in a pew with my grandparents and my great-grandmother, and my pastor, who was my pastor at the time, he was, preaching and stuff like that. He was sitting at the pulpit, which is that thing where they put the Bible and stuff. If you've ever been to a church, it's hard to explain. But it's like a stand, pretty much, if you've never been to church. I was doing something. I just happened to look up, and here's my grandmother is sitting right here, my grandpa is sitting right here, and my great-grandmother is sitting on the other side of me. And I was just drawing, and I just happened to look up, and I looked at my preacher, whatever you want to call him. And when I looked at him, I saw somebody behind him. It was like a man, and it was behind him. I didn't know. I was like, oh, he's supposed to be there. Because I looked around, and nobody was reacting to the guy behind him. And so I was just like, oh, he's supposed to be there, I guess. And I don't know if it was Jesus. I never saw the man in my life. Don't know who it was, but okay. So fast forward to, when my cousins were really young, when my little cousins were like really, really small, we were in the backyard of my grandmother's house, and when my great-grandmother would be there, she lived with them, so my grandma could take care of her. She would stay over there every now and then, it's hard to explain. But she had, my grandparents had this really huge swing, and, my great-grandmother would sit back there, when we would be out and about, outside. Well, my aunt and my uncle and my little cousins come over, and I happened to be there, because none of my grandparents, especially back then, I was sitting back there, and I was watching my little cousins do something weird, because they are weird children. I happened to look over to the swing, which the back door is here, and you go out, and then there's swings over here by a fence. And I looked over, and the swing is swinging, and my great-grandmother is sitting there. And I looked, and I was like, oh, there's Granny. Okay. And I look back to my cousins, and I look back, and she's gone. So I go over there, and I just sit, because I'm tired of standing around, because I'm not about to sit on a metal bench table where I can burn my ass off. So I went over there, I sat down, and I was swinging, and I felt the presence next to me. So I looked over, and she goes, "Hi, Sugarfoot," and she would always call me that when I was younger. I was like, "Hi, Granny," and she goes, "Who are those little kids over there?" And I go, "Those are your great-grandchildren. Those are David and Tanya's kids." And she goes, "Oh." I looked over there, I looked back, she'd gone. It's like, okay. Jump forward, I came in contact with my grandmother many times, my great-grandmother. We have talked, she's talked to me the most, probably. She's asked me about my family members. She's asked me, how is Harley okay? How's Harley? How's Tyler? How's David? How's anybody in my family? And I'm just like, oh, they're good. And then sometimes, I don't really know, Granny. I've talked to my friend Bailey. I was talking to my grandpa, and I was about to get ready to leave their house because I had to go to Missouri in the morning. I stayed with my aunt for the week. We went over to my grandpa's house, and this is my grandpa on my dad's side, by the way. I was talking to him, and I happened to look past him right at the door, and there stood my grandmother in plain sight, and I was like, wait, I didn't say anything. I still haven't told anybody. Okay. So now I'm telling you guys. More recently, this is an example of me seeing people who I don't know, who I'm assuming they're spirits, because I was 2 days ago. This took place. Fuck. This took place 2 days ago, and I was taking my dog outside, and because I can't just let her outside, I have to take her out on a leash because our fence is down, and if she goes outside, she'll run, and I'm not about to catch her. So I was taking her out, letting her. I think it just stopped raining. It's been raining for like days now, but I think it just stopped raining, and I took her out, and I wasn't wearing my glasses because y'all know, I don't know if y'all know this, I wear glasses and I'm blind as a bat, so I don't like to wear my glasses because of glare, and I just hate glasses. But I don't see well. And I looked over there because there's like these two like shed things, and one's really beat up, and so it's like right here and then the other one's right here. I was standing on the porch, and I looked, like the dumpster is right there, and there's an arm, like a male apparition, whatever you want to call it. It was male, and it was standing there, and I could see the arm, and I didn't do this because I was like, I don't want them to see me. So I kind of went over like this. I take my dog inside, and I asked my dad, I was like, did you see that? He goes, yeah, and apparently he saw guys who were apparently, I guess, smoking marijuana or something. I don't know. I couldn't smell the weeds, though. I don't know if they were just, I don't know. But what he described to me as what he saw was not what I saw. And I went to go grab my glasses, and I went back to the kitchen window, and he was gone. What my dad had saw, I guess, were actual guys. But the way he described how they were dressed was not how I saw they were dressed. The one guy with the arm, he was wearing a green shirt with white wash jeans and work boots. And I didn't see his face or anything. I only saw the arm, but I saw only that part of it. And what my dad saw was like a guy who was wearing like a blue shirt with jeans, and like he said they were dark jeans. and he was wearing like Vans, and I was like, that's not what I saw, but okay. And I don't know, it was weird, but so far, that's all I have for you guys today. If you'd like me to tell you more of the stories that I experiences that I've had with the paranormal, meaning the other spirits that I've seen, make sure to leave a like. I'll set a like goal, which I never do. I'll set a like goal to just go 10 likes. And I'll do another one where I talk about more of the spirits that I've seen that aren't family members or anything like that. Creepy things that have happened while we were in a cemetery. And if you would like, please push that subscribe button. It would help me a lot and maybe control my hair from being weird. I'll love you forever also. And I will do shout outs for anybody who comments like an idea that they want to see me do. I will do shout outs. I'm thinking about doing shout outs as it is because there's some people on Twitter who like my stuff all the time. And just people who are active on my social medias and on my YouTube and stuff. I'm thinking I'm going to do shout outs. If you think I should do shout outs, leave a comment. I don't really know. I'm just sitting here blabbering, which is what I do best. And with that, I'm going to say adieu, my dudes.
Now let me see that booty work, booty work, booty work.